Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to play and reviewing the game Fish Off. Now in Fish Off, you're going to be playing the role of a fisherman, and the object of the game is you're going to be trying to score the most amount of points by the fish that you catch, possible treasures that you might be able to find, and also by arranging the fish to try to make the best type of poker hand. So let's check it out. So on the board you've got all of these tiles, and under these tiles are going to be fish or either special action tiles. And what you're mainly going to be doing in the game is you're just going to be trying to score points. Here's a list of the fish that are going to be on here. You'll note that they have different number values. You also have bonus points that you can get by collecting pairs of fish, a 3 of a kind, a 4 fish straight, similar to poker. But you can get bonuses with what you catch. So right over here you've got 2 seagull tokens on each side, and then you each have a hook and a die. There's 2 boards, and this board is the more advanced board. It has directions on here that the hook is going to go if you land on them, and I'll show you how it works here in just a little bit. But mainly what you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to just catch fish. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to place your hook in one of these rows. Now I have this set for 2 players, and in 2 players you're going to use less of these tiles and have fewer rows. Anyway, let's just go ahead and say that this player chose this row and this player chose this row. Okay, so both players are going to go ahead and roll their dice after they have picked the row they want to try to go for. And let's just say red rolls a 4 and blue rolls a 2. So red will go ahead and move his 4 spaces up to his tile, and then blue will do the same, only he'll move 2 in this case. Now what the seagulls are going to do, they're going to give you an opportunity to try to steal someone's tiles after they are revealed, and that's going to result in a tug of war. You'll also deal with the tug of war anytime you have 2 hooks that end up on the same tile. So anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and turn the tiles over. Red's got this, and he's got a +4. Blue's going to pick this up, and he has got a +5. That's going to be 5 points. That'll be 4 points. So red will get this one over here, and blue will go ahead and get this one. Let's say that the red player decided, well, I've got a 4 fish here already. I'm going to go ahead and put a seagull token on there and try to see if I can steal it. So first thing will happen is this token will go ahead and get placed. And then for the tug of war, both players are going to go ahead and roll their die. And whoever has the higher number is going to go ahead and move the tile over closer to their side. So let's say I rolled a 5 and a 1. So this tile is going to go ahead and move here, and it's going to be stacked on top of this tile for now. So we'll go ahead and roll again, and we got a 4 and a 5. Now if it turns out at this point that both players roll a tie, then what's going to happen is that this tile is going to stay, and both players are going to lose their lines, so to speak. And then there's going to be 2 tiles on here, and both players can try to get those 2 tiles. Well, let's just keep rolling. So right now blue has won, so blue will go over here, and it's going to go back and forth like this. But let's just say, for example, after rolling, red has won, and so red will go ahead and collect this tile, and then this seagull will be placed out of play. You'll note on the more advanced board that there's these arrows. Essentially what the arrows means is if a hook ends up landing on an arrow, you can go ahead and float it down and follow the arrows until it lands on another tile. Or if there's a tile like say over here, you can just go ahead and simply place it over there. But essentially you can just kind of follow these arrows around until it lands on a tile. And what that can do is it can actually snag on a hooked fish from somebody else. Now if you wish to discard a fish, there's a few ways you can do it. Rolling a 6 is one of them. If you have more than 5 fish, you're going to have to discard 1 or an effect of a special tile. And so what a player would simply do is they would just go ahead and return it to the board face down, an empty spot, and this would be done at the end of the round. Speaking of the special tiles, here they are. The treasure chest will give someone 5 points on top of their 5 fish. The boot will allow someone 25 points if they are able to catch 6 of the same fish. The pearl will roll 1 die and add its result to its total points. The sea mine will reveal all tiles circling the sea mine and place your hook on any position next to the sea mine. So you would just simply go ahead and reveal all of the tiles that are on the board like so. So you could go ahead and place your hook on any one of those fish like so. The octopus counts as 3 points. It also says you can reveal and resolve any special tiles, then stack them onto the octopus. And then the shark will allow you to discard one of your own fish other than the shark that's worth 4 or more points. You can put up to 2 of these special tiles on this board face down that people can use. So anyway, after the last player has caught 5 fish, you're going to go ahead and score the fish. What you would do is you would just simply go ahead and score the points on each of the fish, and then you would go ahead and check the fish set bonus to see if you got any bonus points that way. So for example, This would be a 3 of a kind, and so the player would go ahead and score +7 on that. Players are not going to be able to use the same fish tile to earn more than 1 fish set bonus. So anyway, you're going to go ahead and do 3 rounds, and a round is going to count as each player catching 5 fish, and whoever has the most amount of points at the end of the game is going to win. So Fish Off is a very simple game. It's a very light game. It's a pretty straightforward game. You're mainly going to be just throwing your hook out there, trying to see what type of fish you can catch, and then trying to arrange the fish in a way to where you can score some bonus points. You also have treasures that you might be able to find. Really, the only strategy you might be looking at is if you see a tile that your opponent might catch, you might throw a seagull token on there to try to get it. The tug of war is a fairly cool concept. Just depending on how the dice rolls go, it could take anywhere between a few seconds to maybe even a few minutes. It just depends on the dice rolls. You're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. The other board that I did not show you is the board that does not have the arrows on it, so it's going to be like fishing on a still lake. The only time you would actually move your hook is if you landed on an empty space and you just have to reel in your hook to the next tile. I think it would work well with younger audiences, and I think anybody that's just looking for a game that's simple and not got a lot of thinking behind it should definitely check it out. All right, guys, that's my review of Fish Off. We'll see you later. Keep on gaming.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time.
You're going to go ahead and flip both of the tiles over, and we have a +4, and then we also have a +5. So red will go ahead and pick up his +4 tile over here, and then blue will pick his +5 tile and then place it over here, unless someone decides to place a seagull on it.